Hello, everyone. I am Fabio Corral, and I'm here with Anuja Patel. Today's topic is the role of ergonomics in business resilience. Here we have our legal disclaimer. And the reason this topic is very important, and the primary takeaway, if anything, is that when you think about business resilience, it is not just about recovering and returning to normal. It is about recovering and returning to normal in a safe manner. And what I mean by that is that when you think about Plan A, that's usually where you have all your engineering controls, all the bells and whistles, the automation, the mechanization, all the safety protocols. And Plan B is often overlooked. You see it all the time. You know, when I'm out at shop, my clients showing off their fancy new CNC machine and all the bells and whistles and how they did this job hazard analysis. And off to the corner, you see this old milling machines that look like from the World War II era. And I always ask, do you use those machines? And the response is always, only when the servers go down or the power's out or when there's some sort of incident. And the paradox, the reason that this is important is that oftentimes Plan B is where you need more controls. When you think about it, when you lose all the technology, the automation, the efficiency gains, you're going to have to work longer hours. Employees are going to be more stressed, and there's going to be a lot more manual workarounds. And it's those atypical operations in combination with a high stress environment, in combination with longer working hours, it's just the perfect recipe for an incident. And as we'll learn, an incident is what starts the whole interruption process to begin with. So if you don't recover safely, you're going to be in this perpetual cycle of recovering from the incidents. So it is very important not just to recover, but to recover in a safe manner. So the learning objectives for our presentation today are twofold. The first part, we're going to explain the business resilience process. There's a lot of key terms and definitions, and I'll be first to raise my hand that when I first heard these terms, I used to get them mixed up and interchanged, but they're all very important, clear, and have distinct functions. And then the second part of this is we're going to add the ergonomics perspective, where Anuja will provide the perspective that ergonomics plays in the business resilience process. So business resilience was a term first introduced in the mid-1970s, started strictly in the information technology world, and it wasn't until 2005 when we started seeing these terms incorporated into the broader risk management context. The reason we are seeing this is because the world is becoming more unpredictable. When you look at all these macro factors, what they call beta risk or systemic risk, each one of these is becoming more unpredictable over time. First macro factor is economic instability. From all the market corrections, interest rates, and inflation, it's becoming more wild out there. Second one is supply chain. I bet if I were to ask by show of hands, who here has had supply chain issues in the last year, it would probably be the majority of people in this room. The next, we have technology. Technology used to be optional, but now it's mandatory to do business. And as things continue to become more integrated, and the more you rely on technology, the more you are prone to any sort of disruption if anything in the network goes down. The cyber incidents are at an all-time high. And then last is weather events. In the history of insurance, there have only been 6 years where the insurance industry has had to pay over $100 billion in catastrophe losses. Anyone want to take a guess which 6 years? Actually, it was the last 5 years, and then the 6th year was in 2005 with Hurricane Katrina. Moving on to key terms. The definition of business resilience is the ability to prepare for and adapt to changing conditions in order to withstand and recover rapidly from disruptive incidents. There are 3 core components: incident management plan, business continuity plan, and crisis management plan. We will define and talk about each of these in a little bit. Next, we will define an incident, which is defined as an event that has the potential to cause an interruption, disruption, loss, emergency,